two middle letters, and that's it.
Okay.
It doesn't stand for anything. It just comes from my name. That's it.
I think it would be interesting for anyone to find out how you and the other 2/3 of Teargas hooked up.
Well, I come from Mpumalanga, a small town called Pitu Chief, and I came up to Gauteng for study purposes, and I went to VUT art in the bar, and that's where I linked up with one of the guys, Mai. This was 2008. Sorry, this was 1998. Sorry, all the way back. And that's why I linked up with him out there, and and then a year later, his brother, which is Ntokozo, came to the campus, and man, it literally just started from friendship more than anything, and then we officially became a group in 2006. That's when we put out our first album as Teargas.
Was finding your flow as a trio as easy and good as you make it look?
No. I remember when we started out, like when we were putting the songs together, I'd be sent back to go work on my verses, for instance, a whole bunch of times, and it like really killed my ego and my self-esteem a little bit, because I felt like I was maybe the weak point, in the weak link in the group. But eventually, when we started, just gelling, properly as a team, we eventually, came up with like just, the signature sound that people, have grown accustomed to, and then like the storytelling, all these kind of things, and we consciously made a decision that we wanted to make music that literally reflects where we come from. That goes for like the subject matter, the content, the language, even downright to the actual sound, the beat.
You say you'd get sent back to polish up your stuff.
Oh yeah, and a lot of times.
And looking at you now and listening to you now, no one would think it. So how long did it take to build that confidence?
It took a couple of, me getting sent back a whole bunch of times. I think if you know the story of a guy maybe like Michael Jordan, these are people who, even like Bill Gates, these are people who literally were told they were not good enough, when they started off, but they used that as their strength to, just to better their skill at whatever it is that they do, and I use that energy to push myself as hard as I can. So maybe where I ended up being, and the way that maybe people see me or hear my music now, it's a result of that. The fact that I tried a whole bunch of times and failed until I got it right.
A few days ago, you dropped your solo single. Yeah. It's called Cara-Cara.
Yeah.
What is that all about?
Cara-Cara, once again, it goes back to the foundation of what inspired us and what we built the Teargas legacy on, and what we are built on as individuals. Cara-Cara is basically, those old school VW caravels, those minibuses. So if you are from South Africa, you will know that those cars are widely popular in the township, and they were either used for, for transport purposes, for school kids, or it was a party. It was a car of choice if we want to go to events and all those kind of things. So it's basically like our party wagon. It's just one of those things that are so entrenched into our culture as young black people. So I decided to come up with a song like that. That's not really describing the car, no, but like it's just a metaphor of a good time, And yes, the car is featured in the lyrics and whatnot, but like the song is not necessarily just about describing the car. It's just having a good time. That's what it's about.
So speak to me about the dynamics of writing as a solo artist compared to writing as part of Teargas.
I'd say being a solo artist and being alone on a record sometimes is a very, I think it's more challenging than being in a group, because you are not able to gauge as to how good am I coming across on the record. Am I putting in the same amount of effort that I would put, say, for instance, my E and Ntokozo were in the same song because I wouldn't want to be outshined and all that. So I'd put in 150, you know. But now when you're alone, you can't A and B your stuff, you know, and be like, okay, cool, now I need to go back in and do my stuff again, you know. So you just need to follow your gut feeling. And this is one thing that a lot of solo artists that you need to learn from. You can be a solo artist, but you need a team around you. You need people who will be frank with you and be straight with you and tell you, okay, cool, we don't think this is good enough, you know.